Hi, everybody. I'm on the AJ Show where we come to share, inspire, and be inspired and also learn. First off, my name is Miriam Kampa, also known as Mrs. Owusu because I'm married now. Yes, I've been in this country for almost 6 years. I'm going to be 6 years next month, which is April 11th. I came here in April 2015. Life in the US has been kind of hectic. I didn't come here willingly because my dad had filed for us and we had no choice but to come when it fell through. So yeah, that's how I got into the US, not willingly. Funny enough, as an African child, you do whatever your parents want you to do, and that's what just happened. Um, right now, I work as a mental health rehab specialist. I had my associates in mental health and human services at Tarrant County College in Tarrant County, Texas. And after that, I got my I got my bachelor's in psychology, and then I got a job after school. Right after school, I graduated from school last year, 2020 summer, and I got my job at like a month or two after that. And what I do as a rehab specialist right now is to just help people who have mental health issues to get back into the society. Having a mental health issue causes a whole lot of stuff. People are not able to work anymore. People are bound at home. So what I do is I try to help them get resources that can help them get back into society. Some of them are able to go back to get a job and start working, and some people can't go back to work. They have to be on medications or they have to go for therapy and all that. So I try to help them through that, setting up appointments, getting their refills for their medications and all that. Just in a nutshell, that is basically what I do as a rehab specialist. I'm yet to get my master's in clinical mental health counseling. I know that is a mouthful. And after my master's, I plan to get my PsyD in clinical psychology because someday I want to be a clinical psychologist. So right now, what I'm doing is just taking the little steps to get to my final goal. Living in the US has been kind of challenging. What I say has been worthwhile. I would say so because there are things that I feel is not being worth it, me being in the US, and there's some things that I feel like looking at it, I feel like, oh, it's been worth it being here. I've been able to achieve certain things that maybe if I was living back home, I wouldn't have achieved it so fast. And that is something that I would say it's worthwhile, going to school, through school and all that, having certain part of my educations paid for and not have to pay out of pocket. Yeah, that is something that I would say it's been worthwhile. And in life in general, I would say that I'd say that life back home was more comfortable than here, because in the US is stressful. Living life in the US is stressful. It's just go go go. It's always go go go, and you barely have time to like take a rest or spend time with family and friends, or enjoy yourself, enjoy life. Back home you actually have a social life after work and school, but here you just have to struggle to get that balance. So that's how it is. Life has been challenging. I faced a lot of challenges being in the US for all these years. Socially, education and life itself. I at a point in time I wanted to drop out of school, both for my associates and my bachelor's. I wanted to drop out because I was trailing in certain subjects. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to overcome it. But as long as I got how the system worked, I was able to work my way around it. There were days where I would go to school, park on the parking lot, and not even go to class because I'm like, I don't even know why I'm doing this. But I'm glad that I kept pushing myself. And I've been able to get myself to where it is I am now, and I'm yet to get my master's, which is, to me, it's amazing. I never really saw myself getting this far, but I am, and I'm glad about that. And it's, the times I remember, there were times where I was depressing, I was depressing, and it was hard. It was hard. I just wanted to kind of pick my bag and just go back home. I was working full time, and I was going to school full time and working odd hours. I go to work at night, and in the morning I had to go to school. There are days where I didn't even take a shower before going to school, because when I close from work, I don't have time to drive all the way back home, take a shower before going to class. So I just drive from work straight to school, and after school I go take a shower, get something to eat, and then go to work. And sometimes I sleep in my car in between classes just to get a little bit of rest and get a clear mind, for the next subjects. Life has been challenging. It's different with everybody else. Some people have it easy, some don't. I didn't really have it easy, and I can say it for everybody else, but I say it for myself. I've not really had it easy, and it's been hard. It's really been hard, but I'm glad that I'm where I am now, and it's been God since day one. That is what I'm going to say. He's been my strength, and he's been by my side this whole time, and I give all the praise to him for bringing me this far and bringing me to where I am now. I would say that being in the US, it's been an experience. It's really been an experience. You're back home, you kind of have certain things come to you easy. It's not, life back home is just, I don't know the word to use, but life back home was just comfortable. I would say that it was just comfortable. And then you leave Ghana, and then you come here and you get a culture shock. That was one thing that happened. I got a culture shock, and I still get culture shocks, especially in my field. Different kind of cultures. You're taking care of people with different kind of cultures, and they do things different, they say things different, they have different meanings to a whole lot, and you just have to cope with it. Just understand people and their cultures and incorporate it in yours, and you can just go through it. America is way different from back home, very different. The things that are going on here, and if it was back in Ghana, it would have been something else, but here nobody cares. One thing that I realized wasn't really so much of a thing was age. Here, I came to realize that age in the US was really just a number, but back in Ghana, age is really a big thing. You go to school and you're 30, 40, 20 something, and there's a 19-year-old lecturing you. You have to give whatever respect to that person, because that person is actually your lecturer. You can't disrespect the person in no way. Your boss is probably younger than you, but you can't disrespect your boss, because then he can fire you. It doesn't matter if he's younger than you or you're older than him or her, but he can actually fire you. So you have to give him that respect. You can talk to that person anyhow. And that is something that I've come to learn, that age is just a number. You can be 40, 60, 70 years old, and somebody who is 20 has more wisdom than you do. And you have to accept that fact, that a person has more wisdom. That person is like an adult in the brain than probably you are, and you just have to accept that. I would tell people that US is really the land of dreams, but before you get to that dream, know that you're gonna knock your head, you're gonna knock your foot, you're gonna fall down, get up, fall down, get up so many times. But you're gonna, if you want to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve, you're still going to achieve it. It's just that it's going to take you a while. Some people have it easy. Some people don't have to go through all the struggle. Some of us are going through the struggle. Things that we see when we are back in Ghana is not the same when you actually come to the US. I remember when I came to the US and they were driving me through New York, I was amazed. I was like, I don't think I'm really in the US, because you know what you see on TV is different from what you see in real life. They didn't show all the poor parts, and they didn't show all the poor people, they didn't show all the homeless people. So you think, oh, America is like the second heaven. But then when you actually come here and you're going through the system, you realize that things are not what they show. They choose to show the good part, and you think, oh, America is all that, but it's not. It's not all that. So to me, I'll tell somebody who actually has something going for them, like if you have a business, or you out of school and you working and you're comfortable with where you are, I would just tell you, just leave life in Ghana. Just leave life in Ghana and don't bother coming to the US, because basically when you come here, you're literally starting afresh. I started afresh. You know, I did psychiatric nursing back home. I was doing my national service to actually get on the job, and I had to come here. US didn't take my diploma. I literally had to start over again. I think that's one of the things that made me not really get back into nursing. I know a lot of people was like, why won't you just go back and do nursing? No, I felt like I've been there, done that, and I didn't want to go back and do it again. And talking about that, you know, most of Ghanaians come and they switch to health because they feel is secured. I would tell people, hey, if you're interested in something and you think you can go to school for it and still earn money out of it, do it. I did it. I'm somebody who is so passionate about mental health. You know, mental health to me has become more of a passion than just a job. And I'm so passionate about it. So now all I'm doing, all I think about is mental health, and that is what I'm going to school for. So I would tell somebody, if you think you're good at drawing and you want to be an artist, go to school for it. You can earn money out of that. You're good at electricals, go to school for it. Computer, whatever. If everybody is going into the nursing or the health field, then if something is broken, somebody has to change the light bulb, who's going to do it? You know, somebody has to paint the church or paint a building in the house or whatever, who's going to do it? I feel like mostly Africans, we've kind of we have the mentality that the health field is secured. But I know people will switch their job. Somebody is probably a banker in Ghana, come here, come be a nurse. Is that what the person really wants? No, sometimes they're just going in for it because it's secured and because of the money. But what you have to look at is, in the next 10, 15, well, whatever years that you're going to be doing that nursing job or whatever, are you going to be content with it? Are you going to be happy with it? Or are you going to dread for the fact that you're in that field? I feel like you do something that you're really passionate about, and you, in the next 10, 15 years, you're still going to be happy doing the job you're doing. I know in the next 10 years, I'll probably be still happy being in the mental health field, and nothing is going to change it. I know people tried to talk me out of it, and they were like, oh, psychology doesn't earn so much money. Being in the psychology field is not going to earn you so much money. And I'm like, I'm not going into that field because of the money. I'm going into that field because I'm passionate about it. If I'm going to earn money out of it, being passionate about it and going to school for it, as long as I'm comfortable with whatever I'm going to earn, as long as I'm able to pay my bills and live life to the fullest, I'm okay with it. I don't need all that lot of money being in the field, and then after some years I'm going to dread being in that field. So I would just tell anybody that do whatever it is up to you. Or no, but not everybody has to be a nurse or a doctor. Not everybody has to be a nurse or a doctor. You know, there's so many courses and jobs that you can do and actually earn money, good money. You just have to do that research. You know, Africans, we don't really like to do a lot of research, but then when you do the research, you know that there are other jobs that can give you a comfortable life. So go in, do whatever it is you're passionate about, go to school for it, and still earn money out of it. So those back in Ghana, I just want to tell you, life in the US is not as easy as you see. You might see us taking pictures with our cars and dressing here and there, probably going for parties, and sometimes that is the little that we get from the life that we live in here. It's not easy. It's not easy. I know one time a friend was talking to me and was like, oh, I want to come to the US too. And I was like, dude, you don't need to come to the US. You have something really good for you going on back home. Why would you want to leave that and come here and start over? He was like, oh, I can see that you got a car. I can see that you done this. I'm like, dude, in the state that I'm in, if I don't have a car, I can't actually even go to work. So you have to struggle and get a car. That doesn't mean that I have it all and I've gotten a car. No, I don't have it all. I just have to, I just need that car. That's why I got it. It's not something that I wanted, but I had to get it because I needed that to survive. Because in the state I'm in Texas, you can barely get buses in certain places. So if you don't have a car, you can't go anywhere. You can't even get a job. And you know, the sea is different, that we have everything at our fingertips. You know, I work 2 jobs. You know, I never thought I was going to work 2 jobs after my bachelor's, but apparently I'm still working 2 jobs. You know, I do my regular job 8 to 5, and then I go for nights for 12 hours. So I'm basically working like 20 hours to almost 24 hours in a day, and it's kind of hectic because you have bills you need to pay. I've got my school loans that I got to pay, and I need all that money to pay. So I have to take on those 2 jobs, you know. But I know someday I'm just going to have that one job and be okay with it when all my debts are paid. So that is all about me, and I know a lot of people have been wanting to know all these things, and so that is it. And I hope you all learn from whatever it is I just shared. You know, it's all about, you know, life is all about choices. The choices we make, the decisions we make, and how bad we want to achieve something. As long as you have an aim and you have a goal, no matter what it is, you're going to achieve it. You just have to keep pushing yourself and be strong. I never thought I would be able to come this far, but I am now, and I'm excited about it. Never give up. Never give up in this life, you know. America is hectic. Things are difficult at a point. But all I'll say is that when you fall, just pick yourself up, dust up, and keep moving. And at the end, you're going to be glad you did. I hope you all stay safe out there. You know, COVID is still lingering around, and I'll just say keep washing your hands, keep your distances, and just stay safe and keep your family safe. Bye.